יש פה הפצצות בלתי פוסקות, אנחנו מפחדים על החיים שלנו, מפחדים למות פה. אני פונה אליך, בנימין נתניהו, זה ששחרר מעל 1,000 מחבלים בעסקת שליט. כרגע דורשים פחות מרבע על כל אחד מאיתנו. אני לא מצליחה להבין, אני שווה פחות?
Israel has announced that it recovered the bodies of 6 Israeli hostages who were held in Gaza. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant claimed that the hostages whose bodies were found in a tunnel had been killed by Hamas, but that investigations were ongoing. On the other hand, Hamas said that the hostages had been killed in the continuous Israeli bombing. Families of hostages have criticized the Israeli government for failing to bring back the hostages alive and have accused them of murdering these hostages and sabotaging a possible hostage ceasefire deal proposed in July, in which 3 of the hostages were planned to be released.
הכל קרה בגלל הפשלה של מדינת ישראל וכוחות הביטחון ב-7 באוקטובר.
Yet Israel claims to be doing everything to save the hostages. So let's take a look at their efforts so far. Out of the 117 hostages that have returned alive, 105 were released by Hamas in the prisoner exchange deal between November 24 and December 1, 2023. 4 were also released by Hamas on humanitarian grounds in late October 2023, and only 8 were reportedly retrieved by Israel. The first hostage was reportedly freed from Hamas on October 31, but Hamas denied that claim. The resistance group stated that the announcement aimed to turn attention away from a video they had shared hours earlier of 3 other hostages who had criticized Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and called on him to sign a swap deal.
שהייתה אמורה להיות הפסקת אש, היית אמור לשחרר את כולנו, התחייבת לשחרר את כולנו, ובמקום זה אנחנו נושאים במחדל הפוליטי, ביטחוני, צבאי, מדיני שלך.
On February 12th, the second and third hostages were recovered in a brutal operation that killed around 100 Palestinians in Gaza. Notably, the hostages' relatives had been released in the earlier prisoner swap with Hamas. 4 others were retrieved on June 8 in a massacre that killed more than 270 people and injured some 700 others. The retrieved hostages included Noa Argamani, who spoke about her captivity at a G7 meeting in Japan. She later criticized Israeli media for twisting her testimony, in which she spoke about being injured by an Israeli attack that killed other hostages.
I was in a house with gunshots that different and unfortunately we've been here 3 hostages and one of them is not so good.
Finally, on August 27, Farhan al-Qadi was reportedly found in a tunnel in Gaza, just a week after 6 other hostages were found dead. Hamas still holds more than 100 hostages in the besieged enclave, although tens of them have been reportedly killed by Israeli attacks. Israeli forces opened fire on 3 of them on December 15, 2023, after they mistakenly identified them as a threat, although they were raising white flags. After investigating the killings, the Israeli military concluded that the soldiers carried out the right action to the best of their understanding of the event at the moment. In total, at least 35 hostages have been killed by Israel, while they only managed to retrieve 8. Hostages' family members have been growing impatient, and some of them even breached the Gaza fence in a symbolic act of defiance against the Israeli government's inaction. After all of this, Netanyahu announced that Israel was committed to achieving a deal to release remaining hostages. But how many more hostages will it kill before sealing that deal?